Welcome to Deliciously with Ara. Ngayon gagawa tayo ng gamjajorim. Potato pa lang, ulam na. It's very good. So today gagawa tayo ng jorim. Jorim is a Korean dish wherein we braise our food in like soy or chili sauce. So first, we're gonna slice our potatoes. This is 1 kilogram of potatoes, so around 6 pieces. It really depends on the sizes. So we're gonna give like a parang matatabang cuts. So we'll have it. So I basically want this big because ayoko na masyado magiging mushy or magbubreak ang ating potato. So a big good size of our bite or whatever size or design you want. So we'll just cut it. So as we cut our potatoes, we're gonna soak them in cold water or just regular water para lang matanggal yung starchiness niya. So I'm gonna drop it off here sa bowl na may tubig. So we're gonna soak it siguro mga 5 minutes or less. So now, nababad ko na yung ating mga na-slice na potatoes for around 5 minutes. But if you have a microwave at home, this is another very good tip that you can use. We're gonna be first roasting or cooking our potatoes on the microwave for around 6 minutes on high heat. Because if we do that, it will help retain the shape of the potatoes. So when we cook them, mas madali siyang maluto and hindi siya masyado mag-break in case ma-overcook siya. So if you don't have a microwave, don't worry about it. You can just cook it longer. So we'll just show you how to do it in the microwave. So first, layer all your potatoes sa isang plate. And cook them for 6 minutes on high heat. So ito yung mga potatoes na ininit ko siya sa microwave for 5 minutes para lalong mas madaling maluto. But as you can see the surface, parang this is just soaked in water and this one is cooked in microwave. You'll see parang may nagkakaroon siya ng parang wave. Either way, that helps to retain the shape more. But don't stress yourself, that's just really optional. Now we're gonna make our sauce. It's very simple. And then we'll be adding water, around 2 cups of water. So basically, this measurement is good for 1 kilogram of potatoes or like a family of 4. But if you want to do less or more, you just have to ratio it accordingly. And I'm going to be showing you 2 versions. So mamaya, as we cook, I'm going to get the half for our chili powder sauce, for our chili mix, I mean. So as I've added our water, we'll be adding our soy sauce, toyo, just a regular toyo. So I've added here 6 tablespoons of toyo, just a regular soy sauce. So, or basically for every cup, 3 tablespoons, and then we'll be adding sugar. So whatever sugar you have, we'll be adding 4 tablespoons. Melt our sugar. And our chopped garlic or minced garlic, we'll be adding 1 tablespoon. So there. And then tunawin lang natin siya. And then I'll be adding our potatoes already because I want na yung ating sauce, it will be, because it's a jorim or it's like it has to be braised, we'll be already cooking it together with it. So we'll be adding our potatoes. So this process is if you're gonna use like potatoes without having to microwave it. Pero yung kalahati na microwave ko na siya, I'll just add this later pag medyo kumukulo na yung sauce. So we'll be adding here all our potatoes and give it a boil together. And I'll just stir it once more. You know, this is a very simple recipe, right? And then, just to give it a little gloss later, I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of oil. Para lang it looks very appetizing later. And then, hintayin na natin siya mag-boil. So now, medyo nagbo-boil na yung aking sauce. I'm gonna add the half of my potatoes na microwave ko siya kanina. And as you can see, nagbo-brown siya ng konti, but it's totally fine. It will all go back to its color once we heat it up. The reason na why hindi ko siya sinabay kanina is because I just wanted to show you the cooking time difference. Pag microwave natin siya kanina, it's a lot faster. So you don't have to do half-half like mine. Just sabay nyo na lang, depende sa anong gusto ninyong preference. And then we'll just stir it up ng konti until medyo matuyo-tuyo yung kanyang sauce. So probably it will take around 10 minutes or so. So we'll just wait for it to cook. So So I've been simmering our potatoes dun sa ating soy sauce mixture kanina for almost like 15 minutes, but it really depends on the size of your potatoes, your pan, your fire, and so on. But as long as you can see na medyo natutuyo na yung sauce, and then the potatoes themselves are colored brown, then this already be very ready to be served already. So here's our first version, our potato jorim, gamjajorim in soy. So I'll turn off the fire, and then I'll sprinkle some sesame seeds just on the top, just for some added color. And then we'll give a slight toss. And siguro as you can see, we've added, di ba nagkahalo here yung dalawang versions, isa yung microwave, isa yung hindi. The one that we have microwaved, it really helps retain the shape of it. So there, we'll serve the half version of it, the soy mixture. So here is our first version, our gamjajorim in soy. And then now we're gonna do our second version, which is a spicier version. So actually just the same process. If you want everything spicy, you just have to like add on later on before you turn it off. So I'll just turn on the fire again, pretending na hindi ko siya kanina hinate. So I'll add a little bit of water. So I'll add around 5 tablespoons. And then mag-a-add tayo ng 1/2 tablespoon ng ating sugar. So if ever you wanna use like all of this in spicy, you just have to like ratio it per accordingly. So 1 tablespoon ng sugar, and then we'll use 1 tablespoon of chili powder. Yung chili powder, madali lang siya magsipsip ng water. So we don't add chili powder in the beginning, or else hindi maluluto yung potato, magdadry na yung ating sauce. So I normally add my chili powder when my ingredients are already cooked, and then we'll just give it a slight toss. And you can actually adjust the level of the spiciness, so you can add more chili powder if you wish. So we'll just give it a slight toss until medyo maglessen yung water, yung sauce niya, and then we'll serve it already. So I've simmered it for like around 3 more minutes until our sauce has thickened and reddish color yung ating kalabasan. We'll turn off the fire. Ta-da! Here is our gamjajorim. We made in 2 versions, one in soy and one in spicy. So whatever your preference is, I'm pretty sure the whole family will enjoy. It's a very simple dish. We're appreciating the potatoes, the underrated potatoes. Now, a potato can be a fancy meal like this. So enjoy! Our gamjajorim. First, I'm gonna try the soy. This is actually my kids' favorite, or sometimes before we used to bring this for our baons. And Koreans love appetizers or banchan, so viands. So you can actually make a big batch of it and store them in the ref and just eat it whatever with other food, or you can also eat it as a main dish like this. Try ko na. Sweet and salty, but the fluffiness of the potato, yung parang it gives you parang warm. I don't know how you explain it, but ang sarap. The one with chili powder. This one kailangan talaga na may rice. The spiciness parang gives a little kick doon sa parang mayroon siya parang subtle na saltiness dahil sa soy sauce, and the sweetness. I think it's a very family-friendly meal. You can surely make, and I think all your family would love it. So give it a try.